So after some back and forth with Chamath's tweet and Sofi losing all the gains from the earnings and then stock market not being able to make up its mind, we sometimes lose track of what is important about a business and why we invested in the company in first place. So let's take a step back and let me share some of the most recent research done by Mizuho Securities and why all of us need to look at the bigger picture. As a gentle reminder, please click on the like button, consider subscribing, and if you would like to chat, ask questions, or interested in some trades, then join our Patreon and Discord group. Link is in the description. Okay, so let me share my screen and let's start with this wonderful level-headed research. Take a look at the title they gave to the research. Right here, a picture-perfect quarter. Okay, now let's read through some basic facts or some facts and then we will come to an argument this analyst is making. Now this is a very good brief of earnings. The analyst is covering what matters for the business. Sure, EBITDA or GAAP earnings are very important, but those falls in place if you can perform better in these basic metrics. Let's take a look at this together. So they are saying over here, Sofi just reported third quarter results and we all know results were good and the guidance for the fiscal year. One of the key or some of the key primary indicators or KPIs that they are looking for is members. Second quarter saw strong quarter-over-quarter growth of 279K members. Now it was 2.28 before, and then in second quarter was 2.5 million. The third quarter figure of 2.937 million is very strong. So again, this was the first thing that the analyst reported, that this is a very good and very strong number. Second, products and products per member. Total products again improved from 1.45 to 1.43, which was in the previous quarter. Again, a very good and strong indicator. Galileo account increased by 10 million this quarter, which was 79 million last quarter. We had 80 million this quarter, which is again an amazing growth. Now, some of the Sofi KPI that they're looking for is of course member, product, product per member, and Galileo, and it had a beat on all of them from the previous quarter to this quarter. So overall, a very well, I would say, executed quarter by Sofi and a very exciting quarter for a young company. So next is something that I saw which made me think that Sofi is looked upon by some international investors as well, and that too with a different pair of glasses. So let's take a look over here. So in the most recent events, one of the fund added Sofi and increased their position by 9.74% or maybe 82,000 shares. Now it's not very many shares, but what was exciting about that is that this fund deals in crypto, and these are some of the things that this fund basically provides. So crypto, or the fund's name is actually BetaShares Crypto Innovative Fund, and you can actually Google it to see what it's all about. But you know, crypto aims to track performance of an index before fees and expenses that provides exposure to global companies at the forefront of dynamic crypto economy. And then as you can see, the fund returns after the fees in a one-year return. So the fund started on 6 December 2019 and fund has returned about 208.74% as a return since the inception, which is of course an amazing return. Next important thing that I want to bring your attention to is look at the top 10 holding of this fund. It has all the way from Coinbase, Marathon Digital, MicroStrategy, Riot, Voyager, Hut 8 Mining, some of the things that we are aware of or the companies that we know about. So it holds all these companies and then it added or increased Sofi as a holding, which is again very interesting. So when a fund which returned 208% since inception, well, we understand all the craziness in crypto market, and 208% return is amazing, but nothing great if you compare the return crypto has given us since 2019. But still, if a well-managed fund bites into Sofi, then I feel that Sofi is being taken seriously by the international community as a player in the fintech world and the reach it has among the consumers. Now let's come back to the analyst report. I wanted to bring this fund in between because it's kind of interesting to see that funds that deals with crypto are adding Sofi into as one of their companies or one of the investments, which is really exciting and interesting because we know crypto has a lot more room to grow, a lot more legs that it can run on, and because the crypto industry is so new, that this is very exciting to see that Sofi is being taken seriously. Even though Sofi is not its own exchange, Sofi uses Coinbase, but still Sofi is still running as being one of the crypto players. Now let's come back to the analyst report and let me show you the price target and the rationale behind the target given by the analyst. So this is the report, of course, at the end. This is the price target given, and I have two over here and I'm going to explain in just a second the difference between the two. So they are basically valuing a $28 price target, which is right here. The analyst is giving $28 $28 price target for the next 12 months, and I'll explain to you in just a second. And they're focusing on few things. Fiscal year revenue, $3.7 billion by 2025. That's an estimated basically revenue for 2025, and $3.7 billion. Fiscal year 23 estimated revenue, $2.8 billion. And then fiscal year 2021 estimated revenue, which they basically upped it. It was supposed to be $970 million. Now they're saying they can cross $1 billion for 2021, which is this year. So based on that, the analyst is saying that we value SoFi based on our expected fiscal year 25, which is 2025 estimated revenue of $3.7 billion. We use 15% discount rate to arrive at fiscal year 23 estimated revenue of $2.8 billion. Our price target is based on SoFi's fiscal year 23 EV to sales, along with a fully diluted share count of 865 million. This implies to a price target of $28. We note that we apply a considerable discount versus Square, given one, high risk embedded in loans, because again, SoFi's main business is loans. Number two, execution risk, which in my opinion, the second execution risk is very minimal as long as they can have a smart team, which they have right now. As long as Anthony Noto continues to deliver, we are going to see this company perform very well in the coming days. Okay, so now the same analyst or same firm came back 2 days later and basically upped their price target to $30. Now they're saying that the SoFi can actually reach $30. Again, we value SoFi based on our expected fiscal year 23 revenue, which is 12x EV to sales. This implies a price target of $30. Again, this is a 12-month price target. So of course, they are not mentioning bank charter anywhere in this. They're basically saying this is what SoFi will do as a revenue. They're not even mentioning bank charter or the catalyst that it'll have. That's why I always say that stock is different, company metrics are different, because they are basically counting the revenue, what the revenue is going to be. And based on that, what is the price to sales ratio? We can see over here, and they're giving a price target of $30. So if Chamath's tweet that he has sold or will be selling, or the 50 million share offering, or if the price drops by 5%, what difference does it make in their member generation or product generation or member retention? The fundamentals of the company is not defined by its share price. And if you invested in the company because of Chamath, then you shouldn't be investing. I have invested close to $500,000 on the fundamentals of the company and not by if Chamath was investing in it. Now, if the stock market sinks and inflation hits, then everything will suffer. And that is why you have stop losses. So at the end, here's my take. The company is young and learning to walk. And like a child, it will fall a few times before running. That does not mean that company cannot run. And for me, legs are its members, products, team, and execution plan. As long as they are looking healthy, I will continue to invest, keeping market conditions in mind. I hope I provided some value, and if you enjoy content like this, then consider subscribing and hit the like button so we can reach out to more SoFi lovers. And also, for one-on-one conversations with the like-minded investors, join our Patreon group. Link is in the description. I'll be out next week for Thanksgiving, and if you don't see me before, then wishing you and your loved ones a happy, warm, and sparkling Thanksgiving. Until next time, go eat some turkey.